In today's video, I'm going to show you how to contour and apply blush and highlighter, and today I'm going to be using the Tarteist Pro Glow and Blush palette from Tarte, and I'm also going to be contouring with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Kit. In my last video, I just showed you how to apply the Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation by Tarte and the Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte. So now that my foundation and my concealer are in place and they are set, we are going to dive in with the contour. I love this contour palette so much that I actually have not bought another one since I purchased this one, and we're talking a good 2 years or so. And the reason, because it's lasted me so long, but I actually bought this one thinking I was gonna try like the Anastasia, and I was gonna try the Laura Mercier. Like, there are so many other ones I wanted to try, and I just started with this one because I heard so much back then about this one, and I have stuck with this one. So this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Kit is fantastic. This is not a liquid contour kit, this is a powder contour. So I personally like that because I feel like I could just apply this on top of my foundation, and it works well with a lot of different foundations because of the fact that it is not a liquid, so it blends very well with many different types of foundations. So to start the contour, I'm going to use the Angled Flat Precision M88, and I'm going to mix these two together, Shadow Play and Subconscious together. These are the two colors that I like for my personal skin tone. I feel like Kat Von D did a great job getting a contour kit that is not too warm. The whole point of contouring is that you want to make it look like a shadow. So you never really want to contour with bronzer or something that's too warm because it's not going to look like a natural shadow, and the point is that you are sculpting out your features to look like they have their own shadow. So if you're using a color that's too warm, it's not going to look like a natural shadow. I like to take the contour down onto my jawline and right underneath my jaw. And this is going to help minimize my jawline and soften the bone structure. I also like to take the contour up onto my forehead. I heard a Nikki tutorial make a joke about if you have a 10 for a forehead, contouring can bring it down to an 8. So I'm constantly trying to bring my 10 down to an 8 by just adding a bunch of contour. And you can really shape your face with contour. Contouring is such a great skill to have and acquire, and I just blend it back into my hairline. And I'm going to repeat the process on the other side of my face. Now when you are contouring your cheek, you want to make sure that you do not go too low, because what will happen is you will bring your cheekbones down, you'll drag your face down. So you want to make sure that you are just right below the highest point of your cheek. You don't want to contour below your cheekbone or below like this. You don't want to be in that zone where you're sucking in your cheek. You want to be right above that. So as you can see, I'm just right below the highest point of my cheek, and I'm above that hollow part that sucks in when you suck in your cheek. And when you are blending your cheeks, you're going to blend upwards. You're not going to blend down. And now I'm going to show you how to contour the nose, which is like a free nose job. I'm going to take the Soften and Smudge M21, which is a great brush. As you can see, it has this thin little edge that allows you to really get a nice edge as you contour down the center of your nose. Now the point or the purpose of contouring your nose is so that you can slim your nose. If your nose is wide, if your eyes are like mine and they're pretty wide set, you can really bring in and narrow that area of the face with just a little bit of contour, which is quite amazing because it's just a little bit of makeup. And you always want to make sure that when you're contouring that you connect the eyebrows to the rest of the contour. I've seen it happen quite often where the contour just happens here on the bridge of the nose and it's not connected up to the eyebrows, but the whole point is that you want to have this area of the face look like it's a natural shadow, and nobody's nose is only gonna have a shadow on the bridge and not connect up. That bone always goes right up to the eyebrows. And for my nose, I'm going to just take this down a little bit on the sides here. And I'm going to put just a little bit here on the bottom of my nose. I feel like my nose goes up a little bit. So this will help to just bring down the nose a little bit. Also, if you want to enlarge your lips a little bit and just give yourself a little bit of a free lip job, you can just go right underneath your lower lip with a little bit of contour. And this will make your lip just look a little bit larger. And of course we're going to blend all of this out, so these lines are not perfect, but we are going to blend them out, so there shouldn't be any problem once we're done blending. Now that everything is in place, I'm going to blend everything out with the Mint Pear Flat Top Kabuki brush. This is my favorite way to blend out contour because I feel like a beauty blending sponge, it will pick up makeup as you're blending it out, and I feel like this does not pick up the makeup, it just really blends out that powder really well, and you guys will see what I mean when I show you. I'm not pressing very hard, I'm just basically lightly blending this in. And as I mentioned, when you are blending your contour under your cheek, you don't want to go down, you want to blend up towards your ear. For your forehead, you're just blending back into your hairline. And I just take the edge, the corner of this brush, and I just brush this along, and then I just go back into the hairline. And for the nose, to blend out the nose, I have wiped off the excess of the contour that was on the angled flat precision, and I'm going to take this, so it's like a mini little kabuki brush. As you can see, it's a smaller version, and I'm going to blend these smaller areas with this mini kabuki. And of course, we don't want to forget to blend under our lips. You don't want that to be too harsh. You just want that to be subtle so it looks like a natural shadow. So the point and the purpose of a dark contour is to really sculpt and define those areas. So we're defining our cheekbone, we're defining our jaw, we're minimizing, so the dark shadow is minimizing certain areas. Now we're going to step into the light shade and the light part of the contour, which is going to bring that feature forward. So anywhere you're putting a light shade or a light color on the face, whether that's highlighter, concealer, any type of light powder, it's going to bring that feature forward and to the front of the face, and it's going to bring attention to that feature as well. So I'm going to show you how and where you'll put that light shade to contour. I personally like to use, obviously you can see it's a little messy right here. I like to use this shade right here, which is the light shade, and this is what it looks like once it's on the brush. And I'm just going to put this right underneath my eyes. I like this so much because it really helps to just capture the concealer. It sets it in place. It's so great how it contours. I do a little here on my chin. I like to do a little between my forehead and on my Cupid's bow. And I'm just going to take this up onto my cheekbone, as you can see. I'm going to do the same thing over here, the other side. Just go right from my under eye on top of my cheekbone. And now I'm going to take this color and go right underneath my dark contour. This is really going to carve out my cheekbone and make that stand out and make that really look like a defined, beautiful cheekbone. Now for the center of my nose, which is really my favorite part about this light contour, you'll see the difference. I'm going to take the Crease Blend M38 brush because it's a little bit smaller than the one that I was just using. Again, so it's like a mini little version. And I'm just going to take that light shade right here in the center, and I'm just going to go down the bridge of my nose. And once I have let that excess of the light shade sit on my skin for about 5 minutes or so, I'm going to take the same brush and just kind of brush it off, any excess that's there. And that will complete the contouring portion. And now we are going to move on to the blush and highlight portion of this video. And again, I'm going to be opening the Artist Pro Glow and Blush palette, which is very cute. It looks like it has these little doors that open. And here it is. Look at these beautiful, amazing colors. I'm so excited to test these out. There are some nice coral, some nice light peaches, some nice darker shades, and a nice highlighter, it looks like. These do have a little bit of a sparkle to them. I have a bronzer here, a nice darker rose gold, which is beautiful. I'm going to take the Precision highlighter, and I'm going to go with, oh, what color is that today? Oh! Just dropped it. I just dropped it. No! Death to the palette! Oh no, it's like grumbling. I can't pick it up. I think I have to get a plate. Hold on a second. Oh man. Are you serious? No. Well, today we're going to be working with 5 shades. I hope you can all join me in saying RIP to the shade Amp because it's gone, but at least I was going to go for the one right above it anyways, so the show must go on. So this is what it looks like on the brush. And I'm going to get another mirror. So the trick with blush is that you want to make sure you are placing it right on the apples of your cheeks. So you don't want to go too close into your nose, but you also don't want to be too low. So there's that sweet spot when you smile, and it's just right on kind of like this outer corner right here. And you just want to take that back towards your ear, and that's going to be right above where we just contoured. And if you apply too much, just go ahead and blend it out. There's a nice glow to this blush. Now on to highlighter. I am also going to use the highlighter for the very first time from this palette because it did not fall out, it's still there. One of my favorite brushes to apply highlighter with is the crease blend. I use the crease blend for so many things other than blending a crease, and this is another example. So I'm just going to take a little bit here of this hi-fi. For highlighter, you want to find that perfect spot right above the blush, and you want to go right below your smiley line. And you want to bring this all the way forward to where the light would naturally hit. This is a beautiful highlighter. This is very pretty. Reminds me a lot of my favorite highlighter by Urban Decay. This is a very beautiful highlighter. If you do have acne or large pores or crow's feet, be careful that you are avoiding those areas where you have any texture, any scarring, your wrinkles, because highlighting is really going to attract that light. It's going to bring that light and make those imperfections stand out even more. So just be very careful and mindful when you are applying highlighter to avoid any areas that you're trying to conceal in the first place. I'm gonna go right over the bridge of my nose, and that's also going to attract light just to that area that I was trying to make appear a lot thinner. I'm gonna go right across my nose here. I'm going to go over my Cupid's bow. I personally love to put a little bit of highlighter right into the inner corner of my eyes. I feel like this is a nice way to get the eyes to look awake, to give them a little pop of light. I'm just going to put a little bit of bronzer right here on this upper part and right here. With Death to part of my Pro Glow and Blush palette, I completed the contour and the blush and the highlighter for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you have any questions, you leave them in the comments below for me. If you would like to see how I continue this look, I'm going to link this video for you here. If you didn't catch the video before this where I apply my foundation and my concealer, I'm going to link that one for you right here. Thank you so much for watching this video and subscribing to my channel. If you did have fun, please hit the like button, and I will see you in my next video. Now I'm gonna go clean up blush that is literally everywhere.